Hi, I'm Laura, and today I'm going to be making chicken marsala. For this recipe, you will need 1 egg, some flour, butter, 1 chicken breast, some mushrooms, Marsala wine, and chicken broth. Okay, so the first step is to cut the mushrooms. I get a damp paper towel and I just wipe them. And then after that, I'm going to cut these mushrooms into quarters. These are button mushrooms. You can buy the already sliced mushrooms in the store. After that, we're going to season our flour with some salt and pepper. I used 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and put about half a teaspoon of salt and about 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, but you can add more pepper if you'd like. And I have 1 egg that I cracked and mixed. So the next step is to take our chicken breast and we're going to slice it in half lengthwise and then pound it with a meat tenderizer. Depending on the size of the chicken breast, you'll probably get around 2 to 3 pieces. We're going to dip our chicken into the egg wash. We're going to dip our chicken breast into the seasoned flour. I put it on medium heat without the oil, and the pan is nice and hot. So now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oil to start. It really depends on the size of your pan, but for this particular pan, 2 tablespoons works. We're not deep frying it, we're just sauteing it in some oil. We'll give that a minute to heat up. The way to tell if the oil is hot enough is if you take a little bit of flour and pinch it over, and if it's bubbling, then you know it's hot. So this looks like it's hot enough. When the oil is hot enough, you'll hear that nice sizzle as soon as you put the chicken into the pan. And that's what you're looking for. That'll make sure that the chicken has a nice crust. Once you put it in, don't move it around. Let it brown on one side. This is over medium heat. It's going to probably take about 5 minutes per side. This is how the chicken should look when it's golden browned. I'm browning it on the other side. I had to lower the heat a little bit because the oil got a little too hot. So just keep a lookout for that. I have a plate and some paper towel to drain off the excess oil. After that, you're going to go ahead and add our mushrooms that we sliced into quarters. The mushrooms are going to absorb all that oil and give it some good flavor. Okay? So just put a little bit of salt, not too much. And some pepper for some extra flavor. Our mushrooms have cooked down and it released some of the liquids, which is fine. So we're going to go ahead and pour that in here. So now what we want are 2 tablespoons of butter unsalted and 2 tablespoons of flour. Let the butter melt in first. You might want to put it to medium-low so that the butter doesn't burn. Let this cook for about a minute or 2 and be careful not to burn it. So it's been a minute, so let's go ahead and add our wine and chicken broth. I used half a cup of Marsala wine to half a cup of chicken broth. And we're going to put the heat on medium-high so that we get a simmer. So we want to evaporate all the alcohol. And keep stirring. As soon as it comes up to a simmer for about a couple of minutes, we'll reduce the heat and then add our mushrooms and simmered for a couple of minutes, and now it's a thick gravy consistency. And I reduced the heat to medium-low. We'll go ahead and add our mushrooms with the mushroom liquid. Give this one final stir. You want to keep stirring the pan so that the sauce doesn't stick to the pan. So now it's time to add the mushrooms. Put the cover on and let the chicken breast and the mushrooms and the sauce heat up for a couple of minutes, and then so it's been a couple of minutes and the chicken and the sauce and mushrooms are blended in and it's heated up, so I say it's time to eat. We're ready to eat. Let's see how this came out. It's wonderful. I really hope you give this a try. Thanks for watching my video. Bye.